Mike Tirico, along with my partner Greg Olson. It is the rookie Ryan Fitzgerald who gets this started. Off we go from Bank of America Stadium. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. So the Buccaneers come out, and Baker Mayfield leads them out. He has found a spot to be very comfortable. The former #1 overall pick out of Oklahoma, who turned 30 in the offseason and has done a nice job with the Buccaneers the last few years.
You know, Mike, it's kind of become cliche. You know, these guys come onto the field and we say, hey, you got to defend every blade of grass. They can make every throw, but that's exactly the case anytime this guy's lined up behind center. And the amount of stress that it puts on your pass defense, on your secondary to know, I got to defend sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, no matter where that ball is snapped. That's a tall task, and they're going to have to mix up coverages and be really sound on the back end, or this guy can really kill you.
Chris Godwin, the receiver he was looking for, and that will lead to a second down. They send Godwin in motion. On second down, Baker. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
And that is incomplete. Contact here just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's fourth down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. So the Panthers led out by their quarterback, Bryce Young. Shaky rookie year, but the back end of his second year, Greg, very effective for the man who was the #1 overall pick out of Alabama in 2023.
We had a chance to see him out on the field early in pregame, and I thought he looked really sharp. I thought he looked focused. We had a chance to talk to him earlier in the week, and he's excited for this opportunity today. He thinks he's got a chance to lead this offense and have a lot of success, and ultimately the #1 goal is to come out with a victory.
He looked forward for maybe a yard. The big defensive lineman, Vita Vea, on the stop.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Young. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
Out of the shotgun, Young. He's got a man. That's McMillan. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. They'll pick up 23 on that one. It's good for a Panther first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
They tried to go with the quick game here in hopes they could do something with it after the catch, but I don't think everyone was necessarily on the same page, and this ends up being a wasted down.
2nd and 10. To throw is Young. He's going to look for the home run ball. And he'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
That's good.
A big play for the Panthers. It's a gain of 34.
19-yard line.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
On 1st and 10, here's Young. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
He just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And the Buccaneers come away with the turnover. And there it is. The defense comes up with the big play, forcing the fumble as they get their offense right back on the field. Coming up, Greg, with a big turnover.
Taking the ball away, Mike, has really become an art form in the NFL. Some teams are good at it, some teams not so much. But in this case, great job by the defense taking that one away.
The Buccaneers offense ready to see the football for the second time. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. They send Godwin in motion. Mayfield to throw it here on 1st down. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
2nd down throw from Mayfield. That's caught. It's Bucky Irving. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. That's Ibuka in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. And he's very close to a 1st down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
It's 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Now fair catch is taken back inside the 40. The Panthers offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Now Young. Here's a screen coming for Dowdle. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. They'll have a 1st down. It's a gain of 28.
I like the call. Using the screen as a drive starter to pick up a chunk play and get this offense into some rhythm. It's clear this offensive play caller anticipated the rush of the defense, and he was able to use it against them.
First carry now for Rico Dowdle. Finding space at the 15. And he's into the end zone. Rico Dowdle. Touchdown. Panthers.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
The PAT, up and good. And the Panthers will take a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. On the return is Sean Tucker. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. And so far, 2 drives, 2 punts, no first downs. Not a winning formula as they start drive number 3. It's Otten in motion. Baker gonna give it to Irvin. And he's gonna struggle to get back to the line. Maybe a yard. Christian Roseboom there on the tackle.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 9. They send Evans in motion. Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. That one way too slow developing. They rally to the ball, they get the man, and it's no gain.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
It's Otten in motion. From the gun, it's Mayfield. Get this complete right side to Otten. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
That is fielded at the 20. And it'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Young. Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete. Tommy Tremble, the tight end, the man he was looking for there.
It's now 2nd
and it'll be 2nd down.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
On 2nd down, Young. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Young. 20-yard pickup there. It's a Carolina first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
On first down is Young. That's to the left side, hauled in by Leggett. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1 at the 42-yard line.
From the 42-yard line, here's second and a yard. Back to throw, Young. Trying to pitch one forward. That was an option there, but it does fall incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he is going to have a Panthers first down. They're able to convert by plenty on 3rd and 1.
First down.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the first down.
Knocked away, and it's incomplete.
If you want to be a top-notch NFL DB, of course, yes, the athleticism is a given, but it's really, you have to be instinctive. The instincts are what allow you to maximize those physical skills, and you saw them on full display right here, leading in the big-time breakup.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Back to the air, it's Young. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And the Buccaneers come away with the turnover. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it, it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it, and which team does a better job taking it away.
And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay. So this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee or any other body part except the hand down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. They need the 24-yard line as they come up for 3rd down. Here's the pistol snap to Young. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. It picks up 25 yards and gives them a golden opportunity. It's 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
Down to the 4, it'll be 2nd and goal.
A pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Throwing on second down, Young. Now a screen set up for Dowdle. And he's in! Rico Dowdle. Touchdown, Panthers. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. On now is Fitzgerald for the PAT. The kick is good. Panthers move out on top, 14-0.
Buccaneers, nothing.
Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. Johnson now to return. Oh! He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers offense ready to see what they can do. They're an early hole, 14-0. They'll start digging out soon. Begin this drive, 1st and 10. Man in motion, heading left. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. A short one there to Otten. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 6. The handoff, it's Irving. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. A gain there of 10 yards. Good for a Buccaneers 1st down.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
On the ground, the goal for Rashad White, the back out of Arizona State. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
Down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 5. It's Otten in motion. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. He'll swing this out wide to Irving. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
It's a gain of 8.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game. Just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing it.
And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
8 yards.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
That's Ibuka in motion. 1 quarter in the books. 14-0 is our score. And we'll return to Charlotte in a moment. On to the second, Buccaneers in possession of the football. Ball on the 39. Here's second and a couple, as we are ready to get back underway. To throw is Mayfield. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Emeka Ibuka, the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up a third down. This is Irvin. It looks like he's going to have that first down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough. They convert on third down.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on third and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
Right back to Irving. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's second and 11. They send Godwin in motion. On second down, Baker. Out right and catch made. That's Ibuka. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Brings up third and 5.
Here now, third and 5. That's Ibuka in motion. Here's Mayfield. And it's caught. He got Godwin. 13 yards on that pass play. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
Complete to Chris Godwin. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
Mayfield to throw on first and 10. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 16-yard line.
Second down and 8. It's Otten in motion. To throw is Mayfield. The second down throw is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Converted twice on third down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a third time? A pass pulled in by Irving. He's going to be out of bounds, but he's got the first down, and they are going to set up from the 7-yard line.
Nothing really fancy about that last completion, but what it does do, Mike, is now they are on the doorstep of the end zone. So now they've got to find a way to finish this long drive with a touchdown.
That's Ibuka in motion. Throwing is Mayfield. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
From back at the 13-yard line, it is second and goal. Now Mayfield. This one caught at the 4.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
Line of scrimmage, the 3. 3rd and goal. Baker to throw. That one, taken in. On that guy, Buccaneers. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
So when you find yourself this tight to the goal line, Mike, the offense becomes a lot more restricted in as far as how deep you can throw the ball. The field is wider than it is long, and I think the idea here is let's spread them out. Let's put all of our eligibles out there and let the quarterback get a really good picture. Where are the holes in the coverage? Where are the one-on-one matchups that I like? And let's put this ball in the quarterback's hand, let him make a good decision, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
McLaughlin, good on the extra point. And the Buccaneers are on the board. It's now 14-7. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. On the return, it's Chuba Hubbard. And he is up at 25. The drive will begin there. The Panthers offense and running back Rico Dowdle getting set for this next drive. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Young. Short one there, caught by Tremble. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7. Out of the shotgun, Young. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
Fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense ready to get back at it. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Slot man gonna move in motion left. Mayfield to throw it here on 1st down. To the tight end, Otten with the grab. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 4.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
A second down throw for Mayfield. Now, screen set up for Murphy. And he's going to be run out after a gain of about 6, but that'll be good enough for a first down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
On first down is Mayfield. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. This one going to be sniffed out. Blown up in the backfield.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help them at all.
Throwing on second down, Mayfield. To the left side, to Godwin. And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of, because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup, and get a fresh set of downs.
From the gun, it's Mayfield. They go right back to Godwin. He's got it again.
Mayfield's pass complete to Chris Godwin. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Panthers' 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down and 4. That's Ibuka in motion. Mayfield. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
From the gun on third down, it's Mayfield. Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
On fourth down, Chase McLaughlin in for the Bucs. This a 57-yard attempt. McLaughlin's kick is good, and the Buccaneers are back within 4 at 14-10.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
McLaughlin hit the field goal a moment ago, and now he's back to kick this away. On the return, here's Trevor Etienne. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Panthers' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Now Young. Looking left side is tight end Tremble. There's no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 26-yard line.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. Here's Young. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The threat of making a poor decision and throwing a pick is always in the back of your mind, and while you can't play scared, you do have to play smart. If you can't find an open target, throw the ball away, live for the next down.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? And that is incomplete.
I think that play probably results in a completion if that protection just holds up a little bit longer. It was that initial pressure in the face of the quarterback that forced him to get rid of that ball a little bit earlier than he wanted. Disrupts that timing, ruins the play.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully, and that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. Baker Mayfield and the Bucs ready to get back to work. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to them with another drive here. They send Evans in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. They'll look to set up the screen here. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. How about 25 yards to start the drive? 1st down.
That's good.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
That's Ibuka in motion. On 2nd down, Baker. Left side, he's got Ibuka. He's going to be out of bounds, but he's got the 1st down. A pickup of 8.
A gain of 9 yards.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Throwing is Baker. A short one there to Hopkins. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 29-yard line.
Two minutes remain here in this first half. Back with more from Charlotte. After this, they'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. They send Evans in motion. To throw is Mayfield. Short throw there, pulled in by Evans.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Now a 3rd and 2. That's Ibuka in motion. Now Mayfield. Open man left side. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
Buccaneers.
This has been a really impressive drive, Mike, really from the start. And this is something defenses want to force offenses to do. Methodically work their way down the field, but they've been highly efficient, and now they get another first down.
That's Ibuka in motion. Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. That one intercepted. Picked off by Christian Roseboom.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
The Panthers offense ready to get back to work. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Young. His tight end Trimble over the middle. And he's going to be taken down at the 17-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode, and that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
The Panthers will take their first timeout. It'll come with 36 ticks left on the first half clock. It is 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Young. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
Out of the shotgun, Young. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
On comes the punter now, as he is on to punt for Carolina. Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The Buccaneers offense and their running back Bucky Irving ready to hit the field again. And he has been the focal point of this offense. When you get a performance like this, you can almost invariably know the offensive line's been stellar, and they have been so far. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. That's Ibuka in motion. Mayfield to throw it here on 1st down. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Now the Bucs will take their first timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in half number 1.
And that first down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
Baker to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down. have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
Second down throw from Mayfield. That's caught left side by Parity. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
In order for this play to be successful against man coverage, Mike, two things need to happen. One, the quarterback has to anticipate the break. He has to get that ball out on time. And then the rest is the receiver creating the separation at the top. And when both are accomplished, you can see what the results are.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. That's Ibuka in motion. They go play action with Mayfield. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Just doesn't seem to me right now that he's seeing the field very well. I mean, that last possession results in the pick. You'd expect him to come back out here and be a little bit more careful with the ball, find easier completions, find the better matchup. And instead, he puts the ball back in harm's way, and he's lucky that wasn't another interception.
And that one doinks off the upright and in. Fortunate break, but the kick is good. And the Bucs are back within a point. It's 14-13. So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. This one crushed. It's over the back line of the end zone. Touchback, and the ball's coming out to the 35. Young to throw on first and 10. Here's a ball thrown deep, right sideline. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome into the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you on an abridged halftime report. Good competitive first half. This game kind of has a punch-counterpunch feel to it, as reflected on the scoreboard. Tight game going into the second half. Can either team pull away? To find out, let's go back to the stadium and our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. We'll see if adjustments at halftime change the course of this one. Likely to play a big role in who's going to walk away with a W. Certainly a tightly contested first half, and you'd expect more of that here in the second half. A one-point game as quarter 3 begins. They'll get across the 20, mark them down at the 23-yard line. The Panthers offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with first and 10. Here's Young to throw. To the right side, he finds McMillan. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
Gain of 10 yards.
It's a nice start to the drive. A gain of 10 and a quick first down.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. brings up 2nd and 7.
Throwing is Young. Now a screen set up for Dowdle. And that one just too long to get going. They'll come up, stop him before the lineman could get out to lead the way.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
A throw there, caught by Lee Garrett. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
To throw is Young. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
On 2nd down, Young. He'll swing this out to Dowdle. And he'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
A running back that can be used in the passing game is a handful for these defenses. And you can tell this offense, they're not shy getting this guy the ball. And I think the rest of this game, they're going to continue to see, hey, defense, do you have an answer for this guy?
Here's a carry for Dowdle. There he goes, inside the 30. And he's got another one. Rico Dowdle, touchdown Carolina. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. And make it 3 touchdowns. Now remember, he caught the one earlier. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And Mike, this is what every offense is searching for out of the running back position. Can you impact the game equally on the ground as you can through the air? And that's exactly what this guy has done so far today.
No problem there on the extra point, and the Panthers extend the lead to 8. It's 21-13. Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. To return is Tucker. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Bucs offense ready for their first possession of this second half. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. It's Otten in motion. On play action, Mayfield. Throw here down the field. Will fall incomplete.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Mayfield. to the left side to Godwin. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple, and it sets up third down.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. And this ball incomplete on third down.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single first down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
And no return on this one. Fair catch signal for and take. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. First down and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Young. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
And it might have taken longer than they would have liked, but that's the first sack of the game, and it came at the perfect time. This defense desperately has to get off the field, and that play gets them a lot closer to doing so.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Here's Young. That one taken in right side by Leggett. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Young. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
It's a gain of 8. And the Panthers first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now Dowdle. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good 2nd down situation, but now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Here's 3rd and 7. To throw, Young. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's trying to get to the marker, but he's not going to get there. About a yard short. Now, what do you do on 4th and 1?
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, It's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So now, after the field goal, Fitzgerald is back out there to send this one away. Johnson now to return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with 1st down. They send Evans in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
Every team has those vertical shots, Mike. They're on the call sheet, and they feel like they can get behind the defense. I think that was one of them, and just couldn't quite connect downfield because he had pretty good separation.
2nd and 10. Back to the air, it's Mayfield. Over the middle, that's Godwin. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. They get 19 on that pass play. Good for a Buccaneers 1st down.
At the 43-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. We have a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Mayfield. That's the Pro Bowl corner, J.C. Horn. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback because this defense, they're on to you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
The Panthers offense ready to get back at it. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Young. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, Young. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That's deep for the back of the end zone. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete. Teteroa McMillan was the intended receiver. And that'll set up 4th down.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Panthers will extend their lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
So now, after the field goal, Fitzgerald is back out there to send this one away. On the return, here comes Tucker. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Receiver in motion, going right. Mayfield to throw it here on 1st down. Short throw there, pulled in by Evans. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
On 1st down, here's Irving. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even a debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run. There's no holes for the back to find. And all these 0 or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots.
Jalen McMillan, the one he was looking for there. And 3rd down coming up.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
That is caught. He got Godwin. 17 yards on that play. It's a 1st down for Tampa Bay.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
That's just playing quarterback at a really high level, Mike. I mean, once he realizes his initial pre-snap read has changed, he just calmly goes through his progressions against this zone look. He ends up delivering a strike, and they keep the drive alive.
They send Godwin in motion. Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. That's over the middle and caught by Ibuka. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a 1st down in this spot. It's Otten in motion. Here's Irving. It's a pickup of 3. So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 7. They send Evans in motion. On 2nd down, Baker. Godwin working the right side. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down. Throwing is Mayfield. They go right back to Godwin. He's got it again. And he'll wind up getting about 4 before he's shown the sideline.
At the 15-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5. Baker to throw. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone.
These second-half red zone opportunities are critical, Mike. I mean, you're not going to score every single time you get down here, but it feels like at this point in the game, this might be my last chance to get this deep. You've got to make the most of those limited opportunities. At least come away with 3. You're hoping for 6, but in this case, you come away with 0.
The Panthers offense getting set to get back to work. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Back to throw, Young. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
Brought down back at the 16-yard line.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Now Young. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
Dropping a catchable ball is one of the worst feelings. It feels like the entire stadium is laughing at you, and all I know is firsthand, you just want to get another opportunity to put that one behind you.
This a must stop for this defense. Facing 3rd and long.
In on the tackle. An 8-yard loss brings up 4th down.
On now is the punt team for the Panthers as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. A fair catch called for and taken out beyond the 45-yard line. The Buccaneers offense headed back to take over once more. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10. To throw is Mayfield. Oh, the ball is out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds, so possession does not change hands. A sigh of relief there. That was very nearly a turnover. Fortunate to see that one, Greg, get fumbled out of bounds.
And when that ball came loose, Mike, you could see the entire sideline kind of holds their breath. But they were able to take a little bit of an exhale as they saw that ball, fortunately for them, go out of bounds.
Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
That's Ibuka in motion. From the gun on third down, it's Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
This is going to get out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Panthers offense and Bryce Young set for their next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. Young to throw on 1st and 10. Looking left side is tight end Tremble. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds after a gain of only a couple.
At the 15-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7. Young hands it to Hubbard. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for third down and 5. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge first down conversion, fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
On 1st and 10, here's Young. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A pickup there of 28 yards.
That's another Panthers first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball out. At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
I'm not so sure he would have picked up the first down had they connected either way, but still, disappointing outcome to not at least get a handful of positive yards on that last one.
It is 3rd and long. Here's Young. And this ball incomplete on third down.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Punting time for the Panthers, set to kick this one away, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. Oh, that is terrific. Out of bounds, inside the 5-yard line. The Bucs offense and receiver Chris Godwin set to take over again. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early. Boy, did that pay great dividends to this point. The drive begins with a run by White. And he fought through one tackle, stayed on his feet, but they get him down. It's no game.
Yeah, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
And they'll get him down up around the 15-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he's taken down up past the 35. A gain there of 23 yards. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
This hasn't been his best game by any means, but what I really like, Mike, is regardless of the score, regardless of the time of the game, he is out there battling. He's doing everything in his power to chip away and see if he can get his team back in this game here in the 4th quarter. They've got to find a way to capitalize in this drive. Continue to cut into that deficit. Every possession is critical. Take advantage when you have the ball.
An electrifying run, bringing it all the way inside the 15-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. And even 50 yards.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
On first down is Mayfield.
Mayfield's pass complete to Tez Johnson. Out of bounds down at the 5-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. It's Otten in motion. Second down throw from Mayfield. That one to the end zone, but incomplete.
And really, it's the interceptions that continue to be a problem, and he's lucky he didn't add to that total. I mean, defender had an opportunity to add another one to the mix, and he just has to do a better job making decisions, finding the open target, and stop forcing bad throws.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. And he will score! Game on! Baker Mayfield. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. He's got it. And the Bucs will cut the deficit to 7.
Panthers 27, Buccaneers 20.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. A return now from the 4. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Panthers offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. On the ground, and it's Dowdle. And he'll get about 4 to the 29.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's a 2nd and 6. To throw is Young. Short one there, caught by Tremble. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
And that'll be a pickup of 3.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 7. They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Offense. Still 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Young. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
And we got a big 3rd down coming up here, Mike. They got a chance with a conversion to possibly get this under the 2-minute warning, put this defense in a position where they have to start using their timeouts.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Young. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation. And for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
Fair catch, taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. Baker Mayfield and the Bucs ready to get back to work. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. They'll come up for 1st and 10. They send Evans in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. That's caught left side by Otten. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards on the
You can just see the frustration of the defender. Just see him get off the quarterback. He's like, man, hold that ball for 1 tick longer, man. I'm there to record the sack. Nice job by the quarterback having that timing and rhythm to get that ball out of his hand. You can imagine, he got close this time. That defender, he's going to keep coming, and don't be surprised if he eventually gets to him.
They'll drop to throw. There's that man again. Another catch. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. 15-yard pickup there. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
And now after that big completion, Mike, they can't panic yet. They're not into the mode where they're in desperation. They have 2 timeouts in their back pocket. Take a deep breath. Get your best first down play call to your quarterback. The field goal's not going to do it. They got to think touchdown all the way.
Now the Bucs will take their first timeout, and they'll take it with just over 90 seconds left on the clock.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at their 49-yard line.
Now second and inches. That's Ibuka in motion. Throwing on second down, Mayfield. He'll tuck it and take off. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25. That pickup good for 29 yards.
This is an element to his game that we don't necessarily spend a lot of time talking about. He's not known as a traditional runner at the quarterback position. But when he has some space like he had here, he is more than capable of not only converting first downs, but picking up big chunk plays.
And he'll be out of bounds as the first down completion nets about 3.
At the 18-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
They'll come up now for second down. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. Now he'll run. And he'll take this down to the 6. That's good enough for first down, first and goal. Timeout here, Tampa Bay. That is their second. Clock is stopped. 55 seconds remaining here in the game. Now, first and goal. Out of the pistol, it's Mayfield. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
And it's a touchdown! They have gotten to within 1, and a 2-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute. So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The extra point is good. A big one as we are tied late in this football game. We are in the final minute of what is now a tie game as we are set for the kickoff. To return is Hubbard. Whoa! Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Panthers offense and running back Rico Dowdle getting set for this next drive. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun. Young. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's Young. To the right side, he finds McMillan. And he's down on the other side of midfield, marked him at the 48-yard line. The Panthers will take their first timeout. They'll stop it with a little over 30 left in the game.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Final minute, still 2 timeouts remaining as we get to 1st and 10. Young. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Falls incomplete.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends it up being a wasted down.
Here's 2nd down. Throwing is Young. It's going to be pulled in by Dowdle. Now a timeout for Carolina. That's going to be their 2nd. And they stop it with 22 ticks left on the clock here in the 4th.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
A lot riding on this play. Tie game, final minute, 3rd down. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down. They're able to convert by plenty on 3rd and 1.
The Panthers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Now timeout called. Let's see, you're looking at a long field goal try from here. Well, this might be one final heave to the end zone. So, a big kick coming here for Ryan Fitzgerald. This to win the game. The Buccaneers forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down. So, a big kick coming here for Ryan Fitzgerald. This one he's got to have. This kick is good. And it's celebration time. A walk-off victory on the game's final play. So, it's over. It's a win for the Panthers. They get themselves into field goal range for one final shot. Kicker delivers. They avoid overtime and come away with a 3-point victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Panthers are winners. As we say, so long from Uptown Charlotte.